Hey guys, this is a review of the HXW SD61-5 8-piece electronic drum set. I was sent this as a free sample from HXW, but it is not going to affect the quality of this review, and I'm going to clearly outline the pros and cons in my opinion of this. I'm going to start with a quick demo of this electronic drum set. Then after that I'll go through the pros and cons. There are links in the description on where to get this electronic drum set online, and if you like this video then please like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so I'm just going to run through the pros and cons of this. I will go through the different kit sounds later on. There are, I think, 15 kit sounds in total. Yeah, or 15 different drum kits on the module. For the pros, we have 4 mesh pads at the top. We have one 8-inch mesh snare pad, which is actually really responsive. And we have 3 7.5-inch tom mesh pads. These mesh pads are really responsive. In general, the responsiveness of electronic drum sets in the budget price range have dramatically improved in the last few years, and this is a very good example of that. So overall, the mesh pads are actually quite fun to play, and they're also tunable using a drum key. I think probably the biggest drawback, in my opinion, is the kick tower. Overall, it's pretty well built, although I think it could be a little bit more sensitive, especially if you're using double bass drum pedals. As it stands here, I have increased the sensitivity on the drum module and the volume of it, so it's pretty much as high as it goes. But if you wanted to do very fast double bass drum stroke rolls, I think you'd have to hit the kick pad tower a little bit harder than you might want to. But overall, I think you can get away with this, but it's a kind of a nitpicky thing in my opinion. The drum module is very easy to use. There are 15 different drum kit sounds. You can easily switch between them. You have a click track. You can also route music through this drum module using a phone, just using a 3.5mm cable. You can also record your sound on it as well. The drawback to the drum module is that it is relatively limited. The sound of it is good overall, I think, for a drum kit in this price range, or an e-drum kit in this price range, but the options are relatively limited. I do like the 4-post drum rack on this. It's pretty sturdy overall, and it is more sturdy than the SD61-2, which I reviewed a few weeks back. A drawback of that is that it just takes a little bit longer to assemble this whole thing. It was packaged pretty well, possibly too well, because you really have to spend a lot of time taking apart boxes and so on, but you eventually do get it set up, and it's pretty good. As a taller drummer, I do appreciate having a bit of extra adjustability, and you certainly do get more adjustability in this with this type of drum rack than in the 3-pin drum rack that is in the SD61-2. The drum module for this also uses a MIDI USB connection if you want to use that, which is very handy for if you want to connect this with a DAW on your computer and trigger external samples such as through Superior Drummer, Easy Drummer, Addictive Drums, or any other drum plugin or VST. It also has a cymbal choke, which works reasonably well. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to run through the remainder of the sounds on this kit to show you the sounds on the drum module. So that's my review of the HXW SD61-5. Overall, I think this is a very solid entry-level electronic drum set. It's quite fun to play on. The pads are really responsive, and overall I'm quite impressed by it. So yeah, if you want to check it out, check out the links in the description. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.